3.26 crore voters, I beg your pardon, are currently voting right now across Telangana. Let's cut across to breaking news that's coming in, and this is something we told you about earlier. The news break of the Congress moving the Election Commission against BRS MLC K. Kavitha. They've alleged that there's been a serious violation of the code of conduct because Kavitha, soon after voting with her inked finger, speaking to the media, appealed to people to vote for the BRS, which is a clear violation. Politicians are not allowed to make any sort of speech or statement batting for their political party, and that's why you'll see most of them speaking about change, speaking about development, but never really directly referring to their political party. In this case, Kavitha has, and the Election Commission has now been approached by the Congress. We're not going to be playing out that reaction of hers just yet, because we're going to wait for the Election Commission to give us that go-ahead and to first decide whether this is a violation or not. But I also want to bring in Sudhir on this broadcast. Sudhir, in this entire election, of course, the EC has had a whole lot of work to do because of the kind of seizures, the kind of checking that they've had to do. And there's been a lot of talk about cash distribution. You know, in this election, everyone's been saying the last 48 hours counts. The last 48 hours could swing this either way. And perhaps a big aspect, a big factor of that is distribution of cash.
Absolutely. In fact, right through the election campaign, we saw the seizures. In fact, within the first few days, it had already overtaken the amount which was seized before the last Lok Sabha election. So in that sense, this has been an election in which cash has really ruled. Now, everyone has been talking about this party is the B team of that party. But I personally say that the last 38 hours, 5 p.m. the campaign ended, and the last 38 hours, it has essentially been an election of the ABC. A for alcohol, B for biryani, and C for cash. And we have seen cash being distributed. Alcohol and biryani was already there in many areas, especially in rural Telangana, being used as inducements for the voters. So cash, as we have seen, Akshita, has been a very integral component of elections in South India. Tamil Nadu obviously leading the list, but Telangana this time has also done a lot of cash distribution. Many of the cash, much of the cash was actually already passed on to the community leaders in the villages for it to be distributed individually to each voter. So the going rates, I was told by politicians of various parties, ranges anywhere between 500 to about 2,000 per vote.